Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're going to talk about XRP. I'm also going to talk a little bit about the Great Reset as well. If the RLUSD volume reporting is correct, and Wrath of Common is skeptical, in 2 weeks it has obtained the fourth highest 24-hour volume for a stablecoin, with only the 64th highest market cap. But it's actually true. Ripple USD stablecoin has flipped both PayPal and Euro stablecoin in 24-hour volume only 2 weeks after its launch. It's getting a lot of momentum. And eventually we will see that momentum reflected in the price of XRP as well. But we all knew that RLUSD was going to be big. But it's gaining momentum even quicker than I thought it would. Let's wait and see where it goes from here. So a lot of people have heard about the Great Reset. First, we're going to have a major financial reset. European finance document, key reforms to reset the financial system. The reset of the financial system is real, and crypto will play a major role. Reset Finance sets out a common vision to reform the financial system. The push to reform the financial system began to take shape after the 2008 financial crisis, which clearly revealed the system's fragility and the need for modern solutions to keep it intact. It's time to step back and push the reset button. This was planned way before 2008. I think the idea of resetting the financial system started in 1988. That's when we got blockchain patents that David Schwartz came up with. The economist calling for the new one world currency. BlackRock was also created that year. I really do believe BlackRock is a company that was set up by the elites, like one massive shell company. 2024 Bank of America document, rediscovering value in a global reset. The largest financial institutions in the world are openly discussing the reset. Smart money is positioning itself to capture the value set to arise from this shift. As the financial system is restructured, well-informed investors are refining their strategies to capitalize on the sudden changes ahead. Bank of America knows what's coming. They even have a patent that includes Ripple. You see it right here. And this is an older patent. This plan was put in place a long time ago, but everybody's distracted right now. Everybody's looking at the price of Bitcoin or whatever crisis is happening in the world, while this is taking place in the background. The banks know a reset is coming. Some banks are not going to make it through the reset. There's going to be a consolidation at the banks. This is why I told you, anybody that has money in the bank, if that bank collapses, they're not going to be made whole. That's why the FDIC talked about bail-ins. They don't even have enough money at the FDIC to bail out every single bank or every person that has money in the bank. The World Economic Forum, the Great Reset, plus blockchain. It's been the plan all along if you weren't paying attention. This also comes from smoke. And this is the Great Reset. This is what's included. And you see it. Everything that goes around this circle is already happening. COVID-19, 5G, blockchain, drones, taxation. I mean, everything that we've ever talked about for the past 2 years was happening for a while now. But it's all leading up to the Great Reset. Now, a lot of people would argue, they'll say, well, Trump's putting an end to the Great Reset. Honestly, personally, I believe Trump had to become president once again to lead us through the Great Reset. Trump is a billionaire. He's a politician. Do you honestly think Biden was fit to even lead us through something like this? A massive financial reset? I don't think so. I think we were moving too fast back in 2017, 2018, 2019. And they put Biden in there to buy time to get us to where we're at right now. Honestly, I think everything that we've watched, even the Ripple versus SEC case, all happened by design. The reset will happen without clear warnings. The G20 will not announce this idea. The biggest banks will not prepare their customers. Only insiders and smart money will be in the know, and they will be well positioned to capitalize on this reset. However, it seems Bank of America is dropping hints about the looming reset of the financial system and the crucial role gold will play. As documented below, gold will be an essential component of the planned reset. Yes, this has been in the works. The document even uses the same exact language that Bank of America employs when discussing gold's value in the upcoming shifts. Gold will be a safe haven when the storm passes. This is why central banks are stockpiling gold and why the BRICS unit currency is backed by it. Even the BRICS are pushing us through into the Great Reset, the Great Financial Reset. This has all been happening. And, a lot of banks are preparing for it, the big central banks, but most people don't even see it coming. They don't even know it's going to happen. You are already well positioned as an XRP holder because this is where the phoenix rises from the ashes. Financial System Reset 2025. Biggest changes to our financial architecture since the Bretton Woods Conference in 1944. Yes, we are now waiting for Bretton Woods 3.0 while the BRICS nations are launching their new currency. It's all aligned. Everything is happening like it's been put in place long ago, and it's playing out like we're watching a movie. While timing is always a little troubling for me, I dare to say the next 10 years, 2015 to 2025, will bring some of the biggest changes to our financial architecture since the Bretton Woods Conference in 1944. Everybody's been warning you of this, but most people weren't paying attention. Everybody's always looking at the price of Bitcoin, or they're looking at, oh, well, this crypto is pumping right now. This is why I'm always telling you, if you hold XRP, continue to hold it. You can be part of the new 1%. At some point, even politicians will start to understand that only a big reset of the global monetary system can save it. Look at the U.S. debt right now. And the U.S. debt, it's a major problem. And I think they created all that debt on purpose as well. Think about it. You create all this unsustainable debt, then you got to do something about the debt. Or do you let the system collapse out and start over like a reset? That's what I think they've been planning all along. And 3 major events are about to take place on January 20th. President-elect Donald Trump will be sworn into office. Gary Gensler will step down as the SEC chairman. Pro-crypto Paul Atkins is set to replace him. World Economic Forum annual meeting 2025 in Davos is about to begin. 2025 will be a big year for XRP and crypto. All these events are happening at the same time. Fed Now is happening in March. That Ripple versus SEC case can come to an end sometime between the end of this month into February. Everything is lining up perfectly for a new financial system. When XRP moons, and if you don't own any, don't come crying to me. They are planning to tokenize everything. Take a listen.
Every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every bottle of fine wine, every collectible car, every piece of real estate, every private business, everything of value in the world will eventually be a token. This adoption of technology, this evolution, it's not a revolution, it's an evolution of technology, that everything of value will be a token on a blockchain.
Take notice, he even said private companies. They plan to tokenize private property. You know, I'm a huge fan of tokenization. It allows the normal retail investor to invest into real estate with as little as $50. You could invest in a Lamborghini if you wanted to once they start becoming tokenized. But it takes us down a road that I don't really like. Think about it like this. If they're planning on tokenizing all the real estate, houses that people own, what do people do? Do they have to buy back 100% of the tokens once their house becomes tokenized? We really don't know how far this is going to go yet. Same reason I said BlackRock is going to end up tokenizing Bitcoin. It's going to end up on the XRP ledger, Hedera network, Stellar network. And when that happens, if somebody's holding one whole Bitcoin, what are they left with? Do they just have one token of a Bitcoin? What would happen with that? Nobody really knows yet. We need laws in place ahead of a lot of this, because I think the biggest asset managers out there, like Larry Fink, he plans on tokenizing all the Bitcoin. He's not just going to want to tokenize the ETFs. He's going to want to tokenize all of it. And a lot of people said, well, he can't do that. He can, if you look at it the right way. I still think they're going to fork Bitcoin as well. There's a lot of things that are going to happen over time. And it's not just Bitcoin, it's other cryptocurrencies as well. But when you're going to invest in a cryptocurrency, invest in something that isn't going to be tokenized. They're not going to tokenize XRP. XRP is going to be moving tokenized assets. You're holding a cryptocurrency that not only can give you financial freedom, but it can also help you break away from the CBDC system. It could help you break away from universal basic income because you would already be retired. You don't need any government money. I think XRP holders, if they hold this cryptocurrency long enough, will be transacting on a parallel system. The ECB, the BIS, both talked about parallel systems in the past. I think crypto is going to be one of those systems. I think people that have XRP, XLM, XDC, these ISO cryptocurrencies, they're going to be transacting outside of the central bank digital currency system. And as time goes on, it's looking more and more like that's a possibility. I think that's why only a handful of cryptocurrencies were chosen to be part of ISO as well. And if you don't think you're invested with the elites, Ripple works with the Vatican. Take a listen.
That for about a year, I became involved in some of the more traditional sort of corporate philanthropic activities. And about 5 years ago, very early for a company of Ripple's size and stage, we decided to formalize Ripple's focus on impact and to create a team internally that worked on these 3 or 4 areas of focus.
And today we're going to focus on one of those pillars that you mentioned. Obviously, that's financial inclusion. So how does financial inclusion fit into what the company is doing?
So it's very central to what we do. Part of Ripple's founding idea was actually to democratize financial services. Our founder, Chris Larson, sometimes talks about making globalization work for everyone, completing globalization. So what we're doing from a business standpoint is improving both individual and household economics through things like faster, cheaper, more reliable remittances. But we're also doing what we can through philanthropic funding and partnerships with nonprofits, central banks, universities, and even the Vatican.
Think about that. Ripple is even working with the Vatican. Remember when Pope Francis ordered all Vatican-affiliated entities and church orders to transfer all funds and assets to the Vatican Bank back in September of 2022? Institutions connected with the Holy See that are holders of financial assets and liquidity in whatever form they are held. I think a lot is going on with Ripple and XRP that we don't even know about yet. It's so much bigger than we actually think. I mean, you are invested in what the elites see as the future. And it's not just XRP, it's also XLM. China is facing a new virus outbreak with HMPV spreading rapidly and causing flu-like and COVID-like symptoms. Here we go down this path again. Honestly, I had enough of all of this. And again, it's pinpointed back to China. But is this what is going to cause the crisis that leads to the Great Reset? Nobody really knows. But I know COVID accelerated the Great Reset. And we knew that all along the way. I mean, it's even listed in the white paper for the Great Reset. But this is why I'm telling you, never sell all of your XRP. It's the way you break away from the slavery system that they are trying to come up with for the rest of the world. They are building out smart cities, Internet of Things. Everything is going to be under surveillance in the future. If they don't like what you're saying, they'll shut your money off through central bank digital currencies and digital ID and social credit score. Stay invested and break away from the Great Reset and the CBDC system. And until it all happens, stay patient, stay positive, and let's get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.